we're wrapping up the regular season in NBA, but we got a nice doubleheader tonight between the Hornets and the Celtics, Rockets, and Suns. You always want to be careful with the injuries here, but it looks like we're going to get the full lineups here in this game in particular. So we got the Hornets and the Celtics, and you're liking the dog here.
Yeah, both of these teams playing very well right now. Charlotte specifically has gone 4-0 straight up in ATS in her last four, winning by an average of 21.5 points per game. Also 9-2 straight up in ATS in her last 11. This isn't new for Charlotte since the last week of January. This team's just been on an absolute roll, going 27-8 straight up and 25-10 against the spread. The only time they played at TD Garden in Boston this year, they blew out the Celtics 118-99. They've also gone 30-14 against the spread against teams with winning records this year, and also against teams like the Celtics that have a win percentage of 600 to 700. They're 11-1 against the spread this year in those situations. So Charlotte, the last 21 games, defensively, they've really been really good. 104.6 points per game allowed. They won 16 of those 21 games. They had a plus 14.2 point per game differential. And I'm not going to try to attempt to poke holes in Boston's recent resume. I mean, you're looking at a team that's 24-7 in their last 31 games, one of the better teams in the NBA. But having said all that, I just think the value here squarely lies on the away underdog. I mean, especially when you're looking at a Boston team playing at home and only laying 4.5. In Charlotte, although when you look at their overall season record, you can't get too caught up with that because it's a long season, folks. And I look at how well they've done over the last 2+ months now. And I like Charlotte here in this spot, plus 4.5 at Boston.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. This is the kind of time of year where you got these close games and kind of look at the dogs here. So Charlotte, pleasant surprise. Did you? I think Con Knippel's going to end the year like making the most threes in the league, and I don't think they had odds on him. He was such an unknown to make that many threes. What an incredible. This is an incredible run from Charlotte and them. Let's move on to the Rockets and the Suns. My guess is this game could get chippy here. You got some rivals here. I think Dillon Brooks is playing tonight. He's listed as a starter, so you never know. You never know what to expect from Dillon Brooks here, but could be a rock fight. What do you make of this Rockets and Suns team?
Yeah, when you look at the sports dictionary and you look up Dillon Brooks, he's textbook chippy. Anyway, look, you guys are talking about the NCAA tournament championship game starting so late. I don't know what Peacock thinks they're going to accomplish by starting the second game of a doubleheader at 11:10 p.m. Eastern time. But having said that, that's the start time. The total here is anywhere from 220.5 to 221.5, and that's going to be my area of focus. These teams have gone over the total at a high rate in recent games. However, they've played each other 3 times this year. All 3 of those games went under the total. The average total in those 3 contests, 221.8, right around where it is right now. And there was only a combined 206 points scored per game on average in those 3 contests. As a matter of fact, the Suns scored 98 points or fewer in all 3 of those games. And 6 meetings since last year. Houston's dominated this series going 6-0. But the Suns only scored 101.8 points per game in those 6 meetings. So they've had troubles putting up offensive numbers against the Houston Rockets for the last 2 seasons. However, you look at Houston, number 4 in scoring defense. The Suns are number 7 in scoring. Excuse me, number 7 in scoring defense. And the Suns number 26 in scoring offense. Houston number 20, so they're in the bottom third in that category. Houston averages a little over 23 free throw attempts per game. and the Suns 12-2 this year to the under when facing opponents like Houston that average 24 or less free throw attempts a game. Again, when you're looking at totals, folks, do not undervalue free throw attempts per game and free throw percentage. That should be part of the equation. Houston also 19-7 to the under this year when facing teams like the Suns, who shoot 36% or better from beyond the three-point line. And speaking of free throws, the Suns number 28, third worst in the NBA in free throw attempts per game, averaging just 20.3 free throw attempts per contest. In the 3 meetings this year, speaking of free throws, Andy, those 3 games averaged just a combined 35.7 free throw attempts per game between the 2 teams, which is extremely low by NBA standards, which speaks to the discipline of both teams defensively. Yeah, it gets chippy, Andy, but you look at the numbers, and I was a little bit surprised to see that low a number in the 3 meetings in terms of free throw attempts. With all that being said, I'm going to go Houston Phoenix under 221.5. Now, I said anywhere from 220 to 221.5. The total is right now. I would go under the total, any total of 220 or greater in this game. So,
speaking of nice job, Ross, we have a very first. Ross made his very first graphic using AI.
Hey, man, I'm growing up. I'm growing up at the age of 68,
Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty.
Hey, how about that, man? I think it's pretty sharp myself. But look at
I especially like the numbers that are on there, Ross. Let's go, baby.
That's the most important thing, right? It could look sharp as hell, but if the numbers aren't posted there, that means nothing. And look, folks, since 2021 playoffs, 149 and 104, 59%, and up 132.09 units. So I get it done at NBA playoff time. And, you can get the rest of the regular season action and the entirety of the NBA playoffs from me for just $149. That runs right through the NBA finals and includes all 5% best bets, includes all sides and totals. So again, folks, my NBA sides, by the way, up over 80 units of net profit since March of 2023. So when it lasts that long, it's not a fluke in terms of win percentage and money made. So take advantage of that, folks. Now that college basketball is over. And don't forget my Major League Baseball off to a slow start this year, similar to what I did last year, but reminding everybody who has invested with me in Major League Baseball and contemplated investing with me in Major League Baseball, I was number 1 during the 2025 regular season at WagerTalk in Major League Baseball when it came to units earned. So there you have it, Andy. WT.buzz/RB is my direct link at wagertalk.com. WT.buzz/RB. I do solo videos Monday through Friday, sometimes on Saturday, right here at WagerTalk TV. And my direct link in terms of looking at the archives of my videos is WT.buzz/Ross TV.